Hey guys, my name is Elizabeth Ham and I serve as a lead learner at Innovation Academy at South Campus in Smithfield, North Carolina. And today what I'm going to do is just kind of give you a quick informational tutorial about Google Classroom, about some of the resources that are available to you, and then how to use those resources. So the first thing that you are going to want to do is you are going to want to type in the URL classroom.google.com. And as you guys are logging in, you're going to want to make sure that you are on your work email so that all of your Google assignments will go through your work Gmail account. However, so that I can show you, actually, never mind. I'm going to go ahead and create a class. So in the very top right hand corner, you're going to see where it says create or join a class. So go ahead and click the plus button, and you are going to go where it says create class. So the first thing that you're going to do when you click create class is you're required to create your class name. So this is going to be example class number 1. This is going to be section number 1. This is going to be subject fun, and then my room number at this point is online. So at this point I'm going to hit create. And as this class is creating, I would like to encourage you, as you are walking through this video with me, to please pause, to please slow down, and to be sure to shoot me any questions that you guys may have along the way. I'll be more than happy to help you as we are working through this platform together. So the first thing that you are going to see when you open this up is called your stream. So at the top you're going to see where it's titled stream, and what the stream is essentially the place where the newest information is going to show up. So if I am on Facebook or if I'm on Instagram, when I open up that app, the first thing or the last thing that was posted, or the most liked thing, or the people that you see the most, is what's going to come up first. So here what you're going to see and what your students are going to see is a place for the most recent updates that you have sent. Okay, something that is very common to post here is just quick announcements. So for example, I have had some class meetings going on for my kids, and so I'm going to say, hey, meet me on Google Meet at 2 p.m. today. And then from there, I can go in and add in the link to my Google Meet, which is very beneficial. You could also add in, if you wanted to, some resources. So, hey, meet me at Google Meet today and review the passage about genetics. You could link in the passage about genetics. You could add it from Google Drive. You could add a link to another website. You could add in a file so that you have a PDF version of it, or you could even add a video from YouTube. That's a great resource. And again, that will show up on your stream, and that will be the first thing that the kids see when they open up your class. Something that is neat about this is that you can enable people to comment, so students can comment back and forth. So a student could comment, see you there, and then I could comment as an instructor back, I'm looking forward to it. So that's a great resource to kind of to engage in discussion in an online platform. As we're looking across the top, the next thing that we're going to look at is classwork. Now, in Google Classroom, there are multiple platforms for classwork, and those multiple platforms can be found when you click over here in this circle where it says Create. So there's multiple things that you could do. You could create an assignment. You could create a quiz assignment, a question. You could simply post material. And then if you had multiple classes, so say that I was teaching Honors English and I was teaching Standard English, I could go back and reuse a post or material. And then in addition, you could also add a topic. So I'm going to just take you through these just to kind of show you what they look like, and then I'll show you how to create those. So I will tell you that as a teacher that uses Google Classroom on a regular basis, very rarely do I use a quiz assignment, a question, or a question. I tend to like to do my quizzes on Google Forms if they're going to be online, which is simply another extension from the Google Suite. My typical assignment is going to be an assignment where I can post an assignment, where I can give them resources, where I can ask them questions, and then give them instructions. So let's start down here with the material. The material post is very simple and similar to just the announcement post that you saw on the beginning Streamwork. You can create your title, your description. You can either add resources or you can even create resources from docs, slides, sheets, drawings, or forms. You can tell them exactly what class you want it to be posted in. So say that I want to post it in 1920 IASC 7th grade. I could post it in this class as well. And then I could even post it to individual students. So once you have students added to your class, you can select the ones that you want. And then you could also create a topic or select a topic to add your material in. The question extension, simply you're going to ask, so you'll ask a question. So how old are you? And you can tell them how you want them to answer it, short answer or multiple choice. Answer in one word how old you are. Okay, and I know that's very simple, but I do want to show you how that shows up. You can add, again, those resources by linking. You could also create, again, with this resource. You can go in and, again, add the classes, the students. This one you can actually grade, and so you can tell it how many points you would like for this to be. For this, you can also assign a due date. So you can go in and you can click, hey, I want this to be due on Friday, April 3rd at 11:59 p.m. You can again add a topic, and then here you can also see where you want students to reply to each other and to be able to edit their answer. This is a great place for you to go in and create a discussion board or things like that. So I'm going to go ahead and ask that question so I can show you how it will show up in your stream. The quiz assignment is very similar. However, it actually creates a quiz for you through Google Forms. In the Google form, you can go in and create. Again, you have the same options available on this side over here. And then the last thing, the app or the resource that I use the most is an assignment. So when you click, you're going to type the title, you'll type the instructions. Again, just go in and add the resources that you want to use, created or added in. Same resources over here. You could even add a rubric if you wanted to. When you click that, you can either upload a rubric or you can add one directly from Google that you build within this. The originality reports will tell you, it looks for plagiarism and things like that, so just in case you guys need those resources. And then you can also assign it a topic. Something else that is nice with Google Classroom is that you can decide whether you want to go ahead and assign this so it releases immediately. If you want to schedule it, so hey, I want to save this and post it next Friday, you can go ahead and do that for those of you guys that like to work ahead. Or you could save the draft. I don't know if many of you have kids running around, but sometimes I need to take a break and come back to it, and so saving the draft really helps me. Or you could even discard the draft if you needed to. So those are the resources that are available to you. I want to show you how this shows up. So in my stream, you will see that the first post that we posted, hey, meet me on Google Meet at 2 p.m. today, is now below the assignment that I just posted. So now I can click on that assignment. It'll tell me how many kids have done this, how many kids it had been assigned to, and then you can sort based on whether they've done it or their last name, however you need to sort that, and all of that will be available over here in the left-hand column. As we continue to work across, I would like to go to the People tab. So there's a couple of ways that you can add people. So number one is you could invite teachers to collaborate with you. So say that you were going to work together with the PE teacher on this particular class, or you were going to work together with another ELA teacher, another social studies teacher. You'll simply type their name. So say I want to add Heidi Barber. So I'm going to click on Heidi Barber, and then I'm going to invite her to join my class. This will automatically send them an email saying, hey, come to this person's class. You can do the same thing with students. Now, you could go in and type all of your students' names if you wanted to, Or you could go in and give them the code. So the class code is accessible here. So this is your class code. They would simply need to go to classroom.google.com, and then they would join a class as opposed to creating a class, and they could join using this code. This code is also available for you at the top on your stream, and you can actually extend it so that everybody can see it. So whether that be through a Zoom meet or whether this is being used back in your classroom once we're back in the building, you guys do have access to that. The last tab that we are going to see is your grades tab. This is where all of your assignments are going to come up, and then you essentially have a roster for the class. So say that this was my first period class or my first core, I would have all my kids listed over here. I would have the assignments listed up here at the top, and then I could even go down and add in. Something that's really nice about the classwork piece is that you can click specifically on a kid's work, and then you can go in and review that work. You can add comments to it and then return it back to them. That automatically takes their score and that returns it to the grades. So again, there are multiple layers that are available to you on Google Classroom. You can get as complicated with this as you want, or you could stay as simple as you want. But those are the basics of Google Classroom. I will be glad to answer any questions that you have. We'll be glad to add the next layer of learning for you. If you are interested, please just shoot me an email through my Elizabeth Ham at johnston.k12.nc.us, and I will support you in any way that I can. Until then, please continue to do the right work. You guys are doing an incredible job. Please remember that you're not alone. We're all in this together, and you guys are changing the world today. I'll talk to you soon.